Hello everybody, it is Wednesday, the 2nd of July. I want to talk about the idea of the holographic universe and how the false creator gods create false realities, distortions of the truth. And they're not creating that outside of you, they're creating it inside of you. You are seeing the false reality through a falsehood that is within you. The falsehood is within you. It is not outside of you. And this is where we need to weed out the tares. Inside of us, there's nothing outside of us that we need to fight. We need to fight the lie inside of us that creates our distorted perception, our false perception of reality, and then we live in that false perception. We live in the false reality, but it is created inside of us first. Right, the holographic universe. I did not like the idea of that at the start. I really didn't. Because of what it created in this world, and that is the idea of this is just a false, artificial reality. I think I did not listen carefully enough to what was said in the first place. And those that are running with the falsehood have not heard what was said in the first place. Because what was said in the first place may well be truth. I want to show you this here. That may well be truth. But again, we've created the distortion of the truth. We treat the truth ever so slightly, which puts us on a completely different path into a completely different reality, into a false reality, because it is no longer built on the truth. So let's say somebody got an insight that is truth. Yeah, they had an epiphany, lights went up. What was said in the first place was, this reality seems to be holographic in nature. That is the little grain that may well be the truth. It is holographic in nature. Or, if you say it in biblical language, you could liken this onto a hologram. It is like a hologram. Does not mean it is a hologram. And the source, that's the thing, the source may well be not, in fact, I believe the source is not artificial. But there is a little tweak. The little tweak that will take you onto a completely different path, and to a completely different perception of what you are and what you're in. You go from this is holographic in nature, it is like a hologram, to it is a hologram, it is an artificially created hologram, you're living in a false reality created by some evil creator god. Yeah? Now I think the falsehood was maybe planted. You know, somebody planted a weed, somebody planted the truth, and then somebody else went and planted these other ideas that are the tares. This is a hologram, is a tare. This is an artificial hologram, is most certainly a tare. So let's look at the wheat. Let's look at the truth. This is like a hologram. It's holographic in nature. What is a hologram? Again, I'm getting extremely fuzzy on this. It's becoming too scientific for my liking, but I understand the basics. I always understand the basics, which is good. It is a three-dimensional image that is created through a complex array of lights. Lasers, most likely. So it is a three-dimensional image that is created by light, more than one light, an array of lights, different lights coming together, creating the three-dimensional image. So what is light? What is the laser? It's energy. It is a form of energy that creates the three-dimensional image. So if we see this is like a hologram, it is a creation of a three-dimensional image created by a variety of energies that come together to create a three-dimensional image. Where does the energy come from? Consciousness, thought, emotion. Consciousness is what is building this, is the energy that is building this three-dimensional image. Life. Consciousness creating life. You are the creator of this image. It is your energy, it's the energy of your higher self, if you want to put it that way, that is creating this image. It is your energy that is creating this image. And in that, it is like a hologram, but it is not artificially created by a machine. It's not created by a machine, it's created by consciousness. And so is every other part in this world. Anything that has life has created an image of itself, is consciousness. Consciousness is the creator of this world. And that is the truth, the true reality. Now we are beings of energy that is creating this image. Where does the energy come from? I mean, in which way is it, not where it comes from, but how is it sustained? Because we need to sustain ourselves, our higher self, the image, if we want to. And in this world, the way it is built is everything gives and receives from one another. So there's a constant flow of energy that sustains the part, every part. Yeah? It's given to all. The birds in the sky, the lilies in the field, human, everybody receives, everybody gives. Self-sustaining system with a flow of energy from one to another. That is the reality. To me, that is the reality. We are the energy that is producing the 3D image, not a machine from somewhere else. But that is the falsehood of the false creator gods. They do not create this world. They create nothing. Absolutely nothing. Everything is created by consciousness, individual consciousness, that is then connecting to other consciousnesses to then form a web through which the energy can flow, that everybody in the web is sustained. They have not created that. They claim to have created that. That is the falsehood. They claim they have a machine that can create realities. I doubt it. And even if they had a machine, well, then that reality would be false, would be artificial. But this one is not. This one is the real thing. This is built by consciousness, sustained by consciousness, sustained through cooperation of consciousness. We've been taken away from that truth. As I said, at the moment there is an awakening, there are thoughts coming that they hit the ground, they start growing. This is like a hologram. It is holographic in nature. So that little seed sprouts up. And then the moment it does, they are starting tweaking it. Oh, this is a hologram. This is artificial. You are caught in the artificial world. There is a great false creator God that has a machine that creates this reality. And it takes you straight away from the truth into another reality, into a false reality. And you live in that reality. Again, it goes in, that thought goes in. You incorporate that in your own structure of what you are and what you're in. And then you are seeing the world through that structure that is within you. And you're saying this world is false. This world is a lie. The lie is within you. And you're seeing the world through the eyes of that lie. And people are perpetuating it. They're running with it. They're giving it to others. Yeah? They're catching people in this narrative and they bind them in that reality, which is false. And mostly because people are not listening and they're not thinking for themselves at all. Now, out of the thought, that this is a false reality, and then some savior needs to come to get you out of it. Heaven is somewhere else. Heaven is here. Well, the potential for heaven is here. It's to get it right. If we get this right, it will be heaven. Right now, again, we are reacting, we're speaking, we're thinking, we're reacting out of distortions that are within ourselves. We're acting through the lie that is inside, that was planted inside of us. The wrong seeds, the wrong thoughts. And we are creating hell. That is what is creating hell. Consciousness going the wrong way out of the wrong perception. That is what is creating hell. And I tell you something for nothing. If that wrong perception, if that wrong seed has grown inside of you, it doesn't matter where you go. That seed will always be with you. And again, you create out of the same energy. You will never create something different. And you will always look outside of yourself for the blame. Oh, there's something out there that is creating this. Or there's something out there that will save me from it. Yeah? As long as you are on your knees, with your head raised up to the heavens, waiting for your salvation, you are looking in the wrong direction. You will never see the truth. So, and as I said, that is if we are at a point of awakening, right now. What it is we should do is we should separate the wheat from the tares. What was actually said. And then go from the truth. Build on the truth. Do not embellish on it. Do not deviate from it, but straight up from the truth. This is like a hologram. Where would that take us? It is holographic in nature. Where would that take us? This is a hologram. It's taking us somewhere, yes. It is. We're veering off in the wrong direction. So, everything, if you go with this, is a holographic in nature. Sorry, this is holographic in nature. These are 3D images built by the energy of consciousness. Consciousness creating life, and then saying life is sacred. This energy is sacred. Our energy is sacred. And so is anybody else's, or any kind of life that is in this world. There was a time when we knew that. There was a time when we knew that life was sacred. We did not dismiss it as nothing, trample on it. So we're going back to it is created by consciousness. It is a sacred energy that is creating life. And then treat it with reverence. Treat life with reverence. Be the guardian of our energies and of what they create. Take responsibility, because you are the source. And then create heaven. It's not somewhere else. It's not created by someone else. It is up to you to create heaven. You are the energy. Again, you're looking out there for something else to do it for you. They will plant the seed inside of you. Star seeds. Oh, we are star seeds. We're wonderful star seeds. We've planted ourselves in humanity. And now humanity is creating our worlds. They're using your energy to create a world, and you have absolutely become an NPC. You let them use your energy and you take no responsibility, and you do not take part in what is created. You just let it happen. That's an NPC. So, if there is a point of evolution, it needs to go in awareness of self, what it is we are, what the hell it is we're doing on an energetic level, on the level of soul, what the hell is our soul doing, what is it influenced by, that it creates according to the will of some other being. So the knowledge of self is where we need to go. We need to evolve toward the knowledge of self, because we sure as hell haven't got it at the moment. The other is losing self completely. Losing yourself, denying yourself, losing yourself, and then something else will come and evolve you. You are being evolved. You are being made a tool, just a dead tool to create somebody else's world. But the thing is, you have to live in that world. And then you're sitting there howling pointing your finger out, false creator gods, false reality, somebody take me out of here, nothing to do with me, I have no responsibility, it's all been done to me, not through me. Stop howling. And let's get a grip of who we are and what it is we're doing. And let's see the truth when it is there. I didn't see it myself. I didn't listen carefully enough at the time. What was said is it's holographic in nature, and that is a big difference between that and it is a hologram. Slight tweak in what is being said takes you a completely different path. So let's go into what it is we know and listen very carefully to what it is we know. And all this soup of wheat and tares, let's find the truth and build on that. We will create heaven. Heaven, the potential for heaven is here. We are the ones at the moment that are creating hell. We are the ones doing it. I mean, we might be influenced by some evil creator god. Most likely are influenced by that. But we are the ones that are allowing ourselves to be influenced. Stop listening to lies, stop doing according to lies, and lies cannot create in this world because they're doing it through you. And if you're no longer their servant, they will not manifest in this world. You are the door through which these things can enter in. Yeah, those that lead people saying this is an artificial world, they're leading them away from the truth. Those that say, something will come and save you, they're leading them away from the truth. Those that say go on your knees and lift your head and look far out to see the truth. The truth is out there. They're leading them away from the truth. You're looking in the wrong direction. And something may come, absolutely they may come, there are others, I'm sure of that. They may come and they may create, and you may become their tool to create the next world. Good luck with that. You're the one that will have to experience it. So you better think about what it is you're doing. Anyway, here, I leave it at that for today. Let's see the truth and let's see where we are diverting from the truth and how these diversions are being given energy, deliberately given energy to create false perceptions. That is how they create, through you. I leave it at that. And I talk to you again soon. Bye.